Shalom, everyone, and welcome to Just a Word. This is Kazak Aliyahu, and I am here once again with another video. And this time we are going to be looking at the religion of Christianity. You know, I, like many people, started out as a Christian because when you are actually in the Western side of the world and you decide that you want to serve the Most High, the most natural thing is to fall into a Christian church because then we grew thinking that Christianity was the only way. Now, after being in Christianity for a while and you start seeing some flaws, and I know if you are a Christian watching this, you see some flaws in that. But guess what? Somehow you sweep it under the floor. You might ask your pastor about it and he might just dismiss it or give you some reason. But I'm here to tell you that the Bible is not about a religion. It's about a nation of people. And let me tell you something. To understand where Christianity comes in as pertaining to the truth, you have to understand nations and the nation that the Bible is about. Yasharal, the true set apart people of the Most High. Those people who say they are Jews, they are there for white supremacy. They are there to show us that the ultimate chosen people of the Most High are white, and so the white people must be allowed to own this world because the chosen people are white and you must worship them. Christianity is the same thing. It came off the same order of white supremacy that JC, the Messiah who they call Jesus Christ, is white, and they make the people of the Bible white. Noah white, Abraham white. Every film is about white people. Christianity, Judaism, they are white supremacy religions. And where do they come from? You just need to go to Psalms 83. Because what we're going to do today, I should have told you before, we are going to use scriptures to show you that Christianity is the biggest deception, one of the biggest deceptions on this earth. Okay? So let's go to Psalms 83 and we will see where Christianity came from. Psalms 83 tells us about the nations of this earth, how they conspire to hide the true chosen people of the Most High. Psalms 83 verse 1, a song or psalm of Asaph. Keep not thou silence, O Allure. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Allure. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So we have human beings who are the enemies of the Most High and who hate him. And let's see what these human beings do. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharal may be no more in remembrance. So this is what they do. This is what their council does. Come together and say, you know what? Let us cut them off, that Yasharal may not be mentioned anymore. So what do? They tell us a lie as to who the children of Yasharal are, calling them Israel, and give us a false people. And also give us a false religion of Christianity that will tell us that it does not matter who you are. So you don't care whether you are Israelite or not. Go to the average Christian and ask them if they're an Israelite and say, if they're an Israelite, what difference would it make? What would they tell you? No, it does not matter. That's why they gave us that religion. All right? For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes. The first two here, this Edom, these are the people who gave us Christianity and Judaism, and the Ishmaelites are those who gave us Islam. So you see, right away, you should be able to see this conspiracy of religions. And one of the major tricks in Christianity is to tell us that we must only use 66 books. Only 66 books. There are many tricks in there, but this is one of the main ones. The 66 books are handpicked by Christians to say, all right, if we give them these books, then we will be able to control them. Yeah? Now, when you start adding the other books, the Apocrypha and other books, including a book that we're going to use today, we're going to use one book and show Christianity for what it is. They reject these books. Why? Because if you read these books, you are going to come into wisdom. You are going to come into understanding, and you will know the truth, and you will come out of their hands. Because Christianity is there for control. It is there for control, and it is a business. Set up a Christian church. Get people in the church. They pay your tithes and offerings. You are set for life. For life. Because they are going to have children, you are going to encourage them to marry. When they get married, they have children in your church. Those children will grow in the church, hopefully, and then they will pay their tithes and offerings, bring more children, and multiplies. And you have a business that will set you and your children for life. Okay. So they told us 66 books, so we run away from the other books that have the truth. The other lie that they tell us is when your Christian pastor tells you, don't talk to that person, don't listen to them. When you come to the pastor, that is why sometimes when I speak with people and they say, I'm going to ask your pastor, I say, don't. When you ask the pastor, what is he going to do? He is going to tell you, don't listen to them, or he's going to rubbish everything that is said. Why? He wants you under his control. Don't you see? Think about it. If you leave out of that church, whatever you pay each week in tithes and offerings is gone. So what do you think will happen? The pastor sees you as a customer. So he doesn't want to lose you. So he's not going to let you go. We here at Just a Word, let me tell you something straight from the bat. We speak the truth. We ask nothing in return. If you check out all our websites, we do not have anything for donation. People have to be trying to find ways to donate to us. We have ways, but we don't put it out there. People have to make an effort because we are not here to take people's money. We are willing to be poor, to have nothing, rather than to be selling the word of the Most High. Because without asking you for anything, we can tell you the truth. Without even thinking about anything, oh, she donates $1,000 every month to us or $2,000 to us. How can we lose that money? No. We are willing to go and live on the barest things rather than to be asking you for anything to compromise the word of the Most High. All right? And this is how you know people. The Bible says that those who are false prophets will try to make merchandise of you. But anyway, let us just go into the book of the Odes of Solomon. Odes of Solomon. These are some books out there that the Christian church will not even take in. But these books gives you the truth. You can download this book from our website, justaword.org/downloads. Or you can just go to justaword.org, click on the menu, go to the downloads page, and you can download this book. Okay? Let's go to the Odes of Solomon. It is very deep. It says, I went up into the light of truth as into a chariot. What is that light of truth? The light of truth is the true Messiah who says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father but by me. Now, before he says the light of the truth, he said something else, didn't he, about the light. John 18:12. Then spake Yahusha again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. This is the light of truth. And again, John 9:5. What did he say there? As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. So even when he left his light through Ruach HaKadosh. All right? So he is the light of the world, but he's also the truth. John 14:6. Yahusha said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So this is the light of truth. But there is also another thing that is the truth. Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Thy law is the truth. Therefore, the truth is not complete without Yahushua HaMashiach. The truth is not complete without Yahushua HaMashiach. So when we go back now to Odes of Solomon, I went up into the light of truth as into a chariot. The light of truth is HaMashiach and the Torah. And truth led me and carried me and made me cross gaping chasms and valleys and rescued me from cliffs and waves. Do you know what this is? It is telling you that in order to find the truth, I want you to be looking very carefully. In order to find the truth, you have to go through gaping chasms and valleys and cliffs and waves. What does it mean? It means that to find the truth, you will have to go through pain, trouble, ups and downs, the valleys, sufferings, tribulations, trials, everything negative. Everything negative in order to find the truth. What does the Christian church tell you have to do to find the truth? Nothing. You have to do nothing. All you have to do is know Christ and Him crucified. That's not it. The Most High said in Jeremiah 29:13, and ye shall seek me and find me when ye shall search for me with all your heart. So searching with all your heart means you're going to go through all sorts of trials, all sorts of tribulations, all sorts of pain. Let's continue. And he became for me a haven of salvation and placed me on the ladder of immortal life. And he went with me and brought me rest and did not let me err because he was and is truth. So when you are in the truth, then you will not err. You will not be in error because truth will not let you err. Now, if you ask the Christian, what will he say?
We all miss. We all fall short of God's glory. We all miss the mark. None of us can keep the standard of God's righteousness that He expects of us. Yet, thankfully, God condescended in the person of Jesus Christ, and He came down and He fulfilled the law on our behalf, dying on the cross for our sins and fulfilling what we all failed to fulfill, namely the law.
Oh, we're all sinners. We all fall short. Oh, I fail Him every day. Oh, I fall short. Every day, I fall short. No, you're not supposed to confess that. Even if you do, in John 2:1, it says, I beseech you, brethren, that ye sin not. And if any man sin, you have an advocate with the Father, Yahushua Mashiach the righteous. It didn't say when you sin, it says if any man sin. Therefore, error should never be the way of life of a true believer when you are in truth. If you are walking in error and have to say, I fail Him daily, then it means that you are not walking in the light of truth. You are walking in a lie. Verse 5, and I was in no danger because I walked with Him, and I did not stray at all because I obeyed Him. Here's truth again. I did not stray at all because I obeyed Him. Obedience is the way unto righteousness. To walk in truth, you have to be walking in obedience. And when you walk in obedience, you will not stray at all, which means you will not be confessing that, oh, I fail Him every day. Oh, Are you seeing this simple? And this is nothing yet. This is just the beginning. Because it's going to show you explicitly, going to show you Christianity in there. For error fled from Him and would not meet Him. That means error will have nothing to do with Him. And if I am walking with Him, error will not have anything to do with me. Right? But truth went along the level path, and whatever I did not know, he showed me, even all the poisons of error. So, when you are walking with truth, when you are walking with the true Messiah, he will show you all the poisons of error, all the ramifications of error, all the implications, all the results of error. It will show you. So this is why we can come to you and tell you about Christianity, because the Messiah is showing us the errors. If you're a Christian who refuses to walk in the light of truth, who is confessing that you fail him daily, then you will not be able to see all the poisons of error. Let's continue. And the scourges that people think to be death's sweetness. And I saw his destroyer, who is destruction. His destroyer, who is destruction. Now, what is going to tell us here? It is going to tell us that Satan makes an imitation bride of the Messiah, an imitation Messiah, and there's an imitation leader. His destroyer, who is destruction. This is Satan, the destroyer, who is destruction. And if you go to Revelation 9:11, you see destruction, the angel of the bottomless pit, who is Abaddon or Apollyon. All right, that is destruction. This is what is behind the religion of Christianity. If you're a Christian, you don't go away. This truth can set you free and set you on the path to eternal life, to righteousness. I saw the bride who is destroyed while she was being adorned. This is the Christian church. We have the destroyer, Satan, leading the bride who is destroyed while she is being ordained. This is the Christian church who says that they are the bride of the Messiah. As a matter of fact, they call it the bride of Christ. And we know that Christ is Jesus Christos, who is an idol.
Ille quam Lucifer quinescito casum, Christus filius tuus, ille quam Lucifer quinescito casum, Christus filius tuus, Christus filius tuus.
The bride of Hamashiach is falsified in the Christian church. And the bridegroom who destroys and is destroyed. This bridegroom here is Jesus Christ, the false Messiah. As the Messiah, the true Messiah, warned us in Matthew 24. He warned us about this false Messiah, Matthew 24, verses 4 to 5. And Yahusha answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And shall deceive many. So whatever the false prophets that are coming, they are going to deceive many. In 24 again, he warned them, For there shall arise false messiahs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So because it is not possible for them to deceive us, then we can know and see the false Messiah, because one of their attributes is that they shall show great signs and wonders. And when you speak to Christians, what do they say? Oh, I've seen signs and wonders in Jesus' name. I've seen healing, miracles in Jesus' name. You cannot tell me that he is a false Messiah. Here we go. Here is a clue. Shall show great signs and wonders. And in John 5:43, the Messiah again said something very significant. He said, I am come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him ye shall receive. So he came in his Father's name. So whichever Messiah is the true Messiah has to have come in the name of the Father. And we know the name of the Father is Yahuwah. And the name of the Son is Yahusha, who has come in his Father's name. The name Jesus, or whatever, is a million miles away from the Father's name. And guess what? It says, if another shall come in his own name, him ye will receive. And this Jesus Christ is what the world has received. And let's go back to the Odes of Solomon. All right. And I asked Truth, who are these? And he said to me, these are deceiver and error. Error is the Christian church. And they mimic the beloved and his bride. So the deceiver here is, and the bride is error. They mimic the beloved, who is the Messiah, and his bride, who is Yasharal. So what does the Christian church come? They come and say, it's not about Israel anymore. It's all about the Christian church. And the Christian church is righteous. And if you are a Christian, you are going to be raptured away and taken to heaven. This is the beloved that they have mimicked. So Yahusha is replaced with Jesus Christ, and Yasharal is replaced with the Christian church. And they lead astray and destroy the whole age. 2 billion Christians worldwide, leading the people of the Most High astray and destroying the entire age, giving us the number of the beast and the image of the beast. And here again, and they invite everyone to the wedding feast and give them to drink the wine of their intoxication. They invite everyone to the wedding feast. And this, the Christian church is always open. What do they say? Oh, the church is a hospital for sinners. That's not what the true belief is all about. In the true set-apart assembly, it is not an open invitation for everyone. The original assembly, it was not a hospital for sinners. It was a called out assembly in which the righteous were called out together. And the people did not join themselves unto the apostles. They stood afar off. Only those who were baptized were brought in. Acts 5:12. And by the hands of the apostles were many signs and wonders wrought among the people. And they were all with one accord in Solomon's porch. So they were together. So were the rest of the persons with them, people with them? And of the rest durst no man join himself to them, but the people magnified them. And believers were the more added to the master, multitudes both of men and women. So you get the understanding here. They were together in one accord. The rest of the people who did not become believers did not join themselves to them, but believers were the more added. And these believers were those who became baptized. So there we have another invite everyone. The Most High does not invite everyone to the wedding feast. All right? Not everyone. And give them to drink the wine of their intoxication. What is this talking about, this wine? What is this wine of their intoxication? If we go to the book of Jeremiah, because Christianity is the mystery religion of Babylon. Let's go to Revelation 17, verse 5. Now, let's start at verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. This is the great whore. This is the deceiver. This is error, led by the deceiver Jesus Christ. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. This woman here is the false religion of Babylon, which is Christianity, as we're going to see. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. This purple is the color that bishops wear in Catholicism, and scarlet is what the cardinals wear. And they have their gold and precious stones. This is Catholicism that leads Christianity. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. So the mother of harlots is the Roman Catholic Church, but the mother has daughters, and the daughters are also harlots. These are the other Protestant churches that are led by the Roman Catholics. The Roman Catholics gave us almost everything in Christianity. From the names of Jesus, God, the Lord. They gave us, the Trinity. They gave us Christmas, Easter, Lent, Ash Wednesday. They gave us the modern Christian church. They gave us communion. Almost everything that the Protestants have were given to them by their mother. All right? And now, remember, it's Mystery, Babylon the Great. So where does Babylon come in all of this? Remember, let's go back now to Odes of Solomon. And it says, and they invite everyone to the wedding feast and give them to drink the wine of their intoxication. Which wine are we talking about? Remember, we just showed that Christianity is the mystery religion of Babylon. So let's find the wine that is speaking about in Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in Yahuwah's hand that made all the earth drunken. There we go. They invite everyone to the wedding feast and give them the wine of their intoxication. This is Christianity. Used to make all the earth drunken. Everyone they invite to their wedding feast and make them drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. This is Christianity that they have used to make the earth drunken and to make them mad. Let's go back to the Odes of Solomon. Now, what happens when they become drunken? And they make them vomit their wisdoms and thoughts and make them senseless. What is this saying? This is saying that when you enter into Christianity, you become dumber than you were before you went in. They make them vomit their wisdoms and thoughts. So if they had any wisdom at all, when you enter into Christianity, if you had any wisdom, all that wisdom is going to be thrown away and you are going to become senseless. Wow. Wow, wow. And then they throw them out. Hey. And then they throw them out. How many times have we seen this happen in the Christian church? People in Christianity for a while, then they have some dispute, and people are thrown out. And what do they do when they get thrown out? They go and form another church for themselves. And they start the whole cycle all over again. This is what this is saying. Look at it carefully. And then they throw them out, and then they go about while insane, destroying, while there is no mind in them, for they do not even look for it. So they are grown up in the Christian church with the foolishness and the lies. They are then thrown out. So while they are insane, they go about thinking that they know it, and all of them, they get inspired now, and they get a little doctrine, and then they start a church based on their doctrine, not knowing that they are destroying, not knowing that there is no mind in them. For they do not even look for it, because they don't even care. You cannot even go to them and tell them that they are in error. This is it today. And many Christians would not have watched it up to this point. Why? You cannot tell them that they are in error. They do not even look for it, because they are programmed not to want to hear anything except the foolishness that they have been taught. Trust me. I have been I had been a believer for not very long. 2011, I was not a believer. I think 2011 was the first time I tried reading the Bible as a big man. Apart from the time when I was a little child being forced to read it. Yes? And I've known many people while I was out there in my sinfulness, going all sort of sinfulness. There are people that I grew up with. And these people were, I know them as Christians. Some of them from they were little and they handled the Bible. And trust me, no. When you go and you see them on Facebook, etc., and you see them talk and hear the things that they say, they are dumb. They have no knowledge of the scriptures, no understanding, nothing, just talking dumb things. This is it. Christianity is a religion that dumbs you down, makes you dumb. Here, and they make them vomit their wisdoms and thoughts and make them senseless. Has been my experience. And you try to reason with them, you can't even reason with them because they are so senseless. Man. And as for me, I was made wise so that I did not fall into the hands of the deceivers. So, what does it mean I was made wise? Because, guess what? We follow the light of truth. And the light of truth will guide us into the light and will give us the truth. Because the truth is nowhere without the law. You cannot say you're walking in the true Messiah and not walking in obedience to the law. Because the law is supposed to be written in your heart and in your mind. But when you throw away the law, you become lawless. Because it says, and as for me, I was made wise so that I did not fall into the hands of the deceivers. And I was glad because truth had gone with me. Now, I plan to do a follow-up video that will connect this part now and will continue. I was made wise so I did not fall into the hands of the deceivers. And then I was firmly established and lived and was redeemed, and my foundations were laid by the hand of the Master. Because he planted me. For he set the root and watered it and fixed it and baraked it, and its fruits are forever. We can stop there. All right? So that is Christianity. That's Christianity for you. I'll probably do a couple of follow-up videos. We're going to look at that part that says I became wise. Yeah? And we're going to see how we became wise by not following and how we were made to know that this was a folly and this was a fallacy and that we should not and never ever follow this false religion called Christianity. All right? So that is just something to share with the Christians to kind of, yeah. It is a stronghold, people. I am telling you. I was watching a video yesterday with a Hebrew Israelite speaking with a Christian. Even though the Hebrew Israelites are in a whole lot of error, most of them. Whole lot of error. They have some truth, as do Christians have a little truth as well. But the Christian pastor I felt sorry for him because he had so much excuse for the lies and so much excuse to be a Christian and that Christianity is right. I felt sorry for him because what these guys have done, they have sat down and tried to figure out every excuse to remain Christians. They do not sit down and try to use precept upon precept to find the truth. No, they want to remain Christians. And it is very, very sad because this is error. Jesus Christ is a deceiver and Christianity is error. The way is the way of the true Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach, which is a whole different thing that we can tell you. But just to show up Christianity, that is why we made this video, all right? So only hope this helps. You can share it with a Christian and hear what they have to say. Probably a good place to start to wake up somebody that something is not right. And that is why when we are here in South Africa now, and we are preaching to the people receive it well. Because you know what? The people here are not religious. They genuinely want to serve the Most High. And they tell you that they have been having a whole lot of questions over the years, and no Christian pastor was able to answer it. None. Because they don't prove all things and because their religion is not the truth. Yes? And when they come to us, we have the answers. And they are saying all they do is nod their head. All they do is nod their heads. Yes, I understand. I understand. Because they know that something was missing. They were being lied to, but they could not put their hands onto it. I hope you who watch this are able to actually start picking your minds. And you can check out our website, justaword.org. We have right in counting 82 articles called Christian error. So you must know, if we can have 82 articles called Christian error and no Christian has been able to refute them, then you know that something is wrong. All right? Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Do not be caught up and do not be held down by the lies of Christianity. These are lies that are meant to have you as merchandise, to have you as a customer in a business, to keep paying your tithes and offerings unto them, and for them to continue spewing lies, making you senseless, making you vomit out your wisdom, making you senseless, and sending you out to continue to destroy. And in the end, you will be destroyed. All right? Shalom. And thank you for watching or listening, and shalom until next time. All right?